For those of you that are here this morning, you have a benefit that the first group did not have, and that is to hear the testimony of some of those that went a few weeks ago down to Clay for the ministry there. Because of the virus situation this year, we didn't have the full-fledged plan go into effect, but we did have some folks from our number join a small team down there to do some things. And so I'm going to just have them come up as they're supposed to come up and give their presentation. And then at the end of their presentation, Jesse Boggs is here with us, and he will say just a few words to kind of wrap things up for this presentation.
Nominated to tell you what we did. We went down and we helped a family, a mom and 2 kids, living in pretty deplorable conditions. We helped build the structure, the base, so they could put in 2 bedrooms, so they'd have somewhere to stay, and some safe accesses in and out of the house with a front porch, and changed some windows that were falling out, and some big holes in the side of the trailer. We took care of those. Some went and worked on tiny houses, which I think is really such a great idea. He was a veteran, right? A veteran guy was living in really bad conditions, and they put a tiny house up for him and got it all hooked up and got him moved in, and it's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. What else did we do? That's about it. So we'll watch the video and then we'll explain some things.
So this year for me, the clay trip was very different from previous years. Actually, for everyone it was. In most years, I actually come back feeling as if I went to bless others, and I come back being more blessed. And I wasn't sure that that was going to happen this year, but it was because of me, not because of God or not because of anything else. I usually connect pretty well with the people that we go to serve. In this trip, God had a different plan for me. I feel that he used this trip to truly show me things that I needed to work on in my own life. The scripture that kept coming to mind for me was Psalm 139, 23 to 24, and it's, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting." A couple of days into our work, I started becoming very judgmental towards the person that we actually went to serve. I was frustrated with choices that she was making and just in general, the way that she was living her life. It's not my job to judge her. It's my job to help build porches and put windows in and replace, do whatever we are called to do there, not to judge. We actually have daily devotions that's given to us. And it was about the third day in that I read 5 words at the top of the devotional. Actually, it was at the top of every single one, but I only noticed it on this particular day. And those 5 words were, "See others as God sees." And once I started seeing Christy as God sees, I started praying for her. And instead of getting frustrated with her, God changed my heart and blessed me once again. You guys should join us next year. You never know what God has in store for you. Mark your calendars now for June 14th.
This was my first year going down there. Matter of fact, this was my first mission trip in 38 years here on Earth. To echo what Paula said, you go down there, you're thinking you're going to get something done, you're going to do it, and I know that the devil was trying to distract, especially Joe and I, the week before with unmanageability, not being able to prepare properly. He was going to throw anything he could to stop the progress that was going to happen down there. It was a Sunday before we were in the back room talking about how we know what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when we were going to do it, but we knew we were going. And that's a type of blind faith that Joe actually showed me to do. I'm a contractor, and I don't usually go to a job without having paperwork and drawings and a whole boatload of materials. We didn't have any of that here. To echo what Paula said also was that you go down there, you're thinking you're going to do something when you're the one receiving. My daughter was able to go with me, and we found that out the night before. So I knew I really had to behave myself. I can't say enough about Pastor Jesse and the team that was down there. I was the rookie amongst veterans, and the hearts of the people is what you feel. For me, I was blinded by the light, I guess what you would say, the Holy Spirit light of everyone just going and doing and just making it happen. I can't say enough about the opportunity that is present here to help the less fortunate. Previous months I had looked around town to help. There was very little opportunity to volunteer. And for the causes that were right and just in the eyes of the Lord, very few in town here, from what I've seen. To be able just to pray without using words in a place that you've never been is a great blessing. I encourage everyone else to, if you can, make it June 14th next year. It's already on my calendar for the full week. Thank you.
This was my first time being on a missions trip this year, and I was excited to go, but at the same time I was nervous because sometimes I have problems getting to know other people, but everyone down there made me feel very welcome, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to go down there and meet wonderful people, such as Pastor Jesse. And I feel very blessed that I was able to go down there and help.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I was also part of the team. Me and Caitlin both. She couldn't be here. She's on her clinical rotations in the Never Ending Vet School adventure. But we actually have a video from her. I'll go ahead and talk, and then we'll play her. She recorded one this morning down there in the mountains and found enough bandwidth to get it up here. So she's got one too. But yeah, I just want. It's really going to echo a lot of what they said. But one of the big thing is you go down there with the mindset of helping other people and giving, but like Jimmy said, it's what you receive that is the unexpected part. Just to be there with other like-minded people, and we're carrying this insanely heavy lumber. We had this rough cut, these 2x10s and 4x6s, and like everyone's got a big smile on their face. They're just happy to be there and happy to be helping, and it really is just an incredible experience. It's great to be able to serve the Lord in such a way. It's great from my perspective. I mean, I'm not a contractor like some of these guys, but it's great to be around them and pick some stuff up on the side and learn how to do some things, and just the overall experience is just unparalleled. I was able to go last year. We were only able to go for 3/4 of the trip, and I made sure I took vacation time this year to squeeze in the extra couple days to be there the whole time. And I said last year, and I'll say it again, and obviously there wasn't quite the opportunity this year that there is other years for a big group to go due to circumstances, but every year, every missions trip, the group comes up and does a report. And they always say, oh, if you have an opportunity to go on a missions trip, go on a missions trip. Just go. If you have any your doubts or reservations, put them aside and go. And I can say that again as a repeat. Just go. Do it. Take the time. Find the time. You won't regret it. You won't. It's a time you won't forget. And we got a video from Caitlin also, if Caleb can cue that up.
Hi everyone, sorry I couldn't be there with you guys to go over kind of what we did in the missions trip this year. I'm in the middle of southwestern Virginia right now. Just wanted to check in and kind of give you guys a look into what we did this year. So this is my second year going on the missions trip to Clay, and this year we put on a porch and a platform for an addition onto a trailer, as well as replaced a couple windows for a lady named Christy, who I'm sure everybody else will tell you some more about her and what we did down there. So going off of Pastor's questions from last year, my favorite part was actually getting to go down and spend time with the people that we had met last year, as well as some new people we met along the way, and the homeowner, Christy, this year. Least favorite part was that not everyone was able to go since the full missions trip was canceled this year. So that was probably the worst part about it. And then his last question last year was, if you could tell something to someone that was kind of on the fence on whether to go on the mission trip or not, what would you tell them? And for me, I tell them just to go for it. It's a lot of fun. It's a good experience, good fellowship with a great community, and you get to meet a lot of people from all over the country. So definitely go for it. So thanks. I'll see you guys later.
Jesse Boggs from Vision Appalachia, and we're always so glad and relieved when we know that folks from Calvary are coming, because with Joe and Paula and this capable team, we don't have to worry about, giving a lot of instruction. They know exactly what to do and how to get it done and improvise, and so it's been a joy to work with Calvary over the years, and certainly these folk and new ones this year. We've certainly enjoyed having you as well, and some folks that have been with us in the past as well. We do intend to try to get back to a regular schedule next year on June 14. School is sort of chaotic down there. I don't know that they know exactly what's going to be happening. We had actually secured another tiny home from Robert Morris University. Needs finished on the inside and outside. It's a beautiful structure. We're going to plan to give it to a veteran. The one fellow that we did present the other tiny home to, which is a quite nice little place, he did, during the week of our being there, pray to receive Christ with me. He had bits and pieces of the gospel. I don't know that he fully understood, but in humility, and there seemed to be a real deep appreciation for what people had done for him. He went from a very, I wish I had pictures of it, I do on my phone, but anyhow, a very bad situation in terms of living conditions. He had occasional copperhead in the wall kind of things. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what he was living in circumstance. Now he's going to be safe and secure, and his electric bill will be much less, and it'll be safe. So he'll have water in his bathroom. He actually was washing out of a little pan of some kind. You couldn't even get into his bathroom because the roof had caved in on the inside. So we've seen some pretty challenging conditions. Paula walked me through the mobile home that we're working on, and it was pretty hard to fathom the depth of need. But Calvary's been with us all along the way, and we appreciate so much Pastor Fred's leadership and him encouraging you as a church body to partner with us, and we certainly appreciate it. You're one of our stronger supporting churches, and for that we give you thanks, and we look forward to next year. Thank you for everything.